Kids' Rights, and after I'd like to welcome you to Amsterdam, and of course to the first official press conference of the Junior Eurovision Song Contest 2012. The AVRO is delighted to be this year's host, especially because we are celebrating the 10-year anniversary of the Song Contest, which makes it extra special. I'd like to introduce you to the people here at the table. Almost in the middle, of course, it's Sietse Bakker, supervisor Junior Eurovision Song Contest. On the far right, we have Robert van Boven. He is head fundraising of our charity partner, Kids' Rights. Next to me, it's executive producer Ronald Kok. And I would like to give everybody the word. And if you have any questions, please save them until the end. And then we can do the questions all at once. Sietse, I would like to give the word to you, please.
Thank you, François. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Welcome to Amsterdam, to the 10th anniversary already of the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. As you probably know by now, but just to give you a complete picture of where we stand, we are here with 12 participating countries, and this show will even be broadcast all the way down under in Australia, and we are very proud of that. They are celebrating their 30th anniversary of broadcasting the Eurovision Song Contest next year, and they have also embraced this event, and we are very happy with that at EBU. I'm also very grateful for the hard work that has been done by AVRO. They have put together a magnificent show, of which the executive producer will tell you a lot more later on in this press conference. It looks fantastic. I'm very excited about the opening act, the interval act, and of course these young talents that are representing their countries tomorrow evening. There is so much talent here, and I think we can look forward to their great performances. The spirit backstage is great. Friendships are being made, hopefully for life, you never know. And that's a good thing, because these kids are making their dreams come true, and I think that's an inspiration for the kids that will be watching tomorrow night. If you work hard, if you fight for it, if you are willing to give your best, you can achieve anything in life, and I think that's a very important message to make with this contest. We have a couple of novelties this year, which I would like to take you through. First of all, tomorrow night will be the premiere of a new Eurovision opening ident. The famous Eurovision tune has not changed, but as you might know, the EBU is now moving on as Eurovision, and that will be reflected in the opening leader. You can already see it online, and tomorrow evening it will all go out to 12 different countries, and of course to Australia. We also start the show in a different way. We've thought about that for quite some time, but we want to do more storytelling. Ronald will tell more about that later on, but that is a novelty, and he will explain that a bit further in his part. And we introduced the Kids Jury. The Kids Jury is a jury with a representative from each participating country. They make up the 13th vote. Of course, we receive the 50-50 jury and televote results from all 12 participating countries. And these 12 kids, one from each participating country, will be the 13th, or actually the first vote, because we will be able to announce that result while we are still counting the televotes. And that means that those 12 minutes that we usually need to count the votes will be much more exciting, because we can already give a part of the result away. We can build up some tension, and who knows, we never know if these 12 kids will vote like the viewers at home and the professional juries, or whether they will have a completely different result. So that will definitely build up to the excitement. We are also very proud to have a strong partner in this production, and that's Kids' Rights. We are proud to present the good work that they're doing. It's a relatively new organization, but they're very active, they're very committed they've been a great partner on board this project, and I would like to give the word to my colleague from Kids Rights to explain a bit more about what your organization is doing and what it is like for you to be part of this amazing adventure here.
Okay, thank you, Sietse. Well, actually, Kids Rights is very pleased to be a partner of this Junior Eurovision Song Contest. For us, well, Kids Rights is a Dutch NGO, and it's a children's rights organization. We believe that children should have access to basic needs, to basic rights like, well, good food, health, education, and so on. But also, we believe that children has a lot of capacity concerning skills and talents, and that's well, the similarity between Kids Rights and this song contest. We'll see and we'll meet children who do have very special talents and are able to explore these talents and develop themselves. But, well, actually there are so many situations in the world where children are not able to do so. I do on the right the line Sietse just said. When you work hard and you fight for it, well, a lot of things are possible. And that's exactly what we want as Kids Rights. We are going to give children, we are giving children a possibility to show the world that they are able to move it and to change it in their own circumstances. Kids Rights also is the initiator of the International Children's Peace Prize, and last year Kes, a young boy from the Philippines, has won this special prize, which was being given to him by Archbishop Desmond Tutu. But also recently a girl came into this into the news who was a nominee for this prize. Her name, Malala, well, is well known at this moment. But it's very sad that a child who's just fighting for education for girls is being shot by adults. And well, as a matter of fact, we think that well, children should have the possibility to develop and to show their talents. So that's basically our main reason why we are participating in this contest. Because this is a very good and positive way of showing that children from wherever in Europe do have a lot of skills, and when we are giving them the right opportunity, well, I think everyone will enjoy this. So basically that's the reason why Kids Rights is participating, and well, hopefully we'll have a fantastic event. No, not hopefully, I'm sure we'll have a fantastic event.
Thank you so much. Robert, that was it? Thank you. And now I would like to give the word to Michael.
Thank you, thank you. First of all, I want to welcome you also here in Amsterdam for this 10th anniversary. For my part, but also from all my colleagues, the crew and our management of Afro, we are very, very proud that we can arrange this beautiful event for the second time. We were there in 2007 with Make a Big Splash in Rotterdam, and now we're here and we are freezing the water, because in that time we had also the team water. It's the Netherlands, so break the ice is this year's slogan, and it's a beautiful slogan. You see all the graphics already, and we are very proud of that. I will tell you something about the show, because I think that's the most important thing that you want to know. Our hosts are Kim Lian and Ewout. They are both working as presenters at Afro. Kim Lian is also a musical star. She does a lot. She's a multi-talent, and we are very proud that she is here for us as host. And she was also the host of 2007, so you maybe already know her. Ewout is our host of the national show in the Netherlands. So yeah, we are very glad that she also is part of this project. And they are both together very proud also to host this together. They are really friends. They're also doing another show in the Netherlands, a junior dance, a dance competition between new talent. So they know each other very well. So on stage you will see they are friends. They have fun together and also very talented. Let's break the ice. The theme is for us, yeah, in all the parts of the show. The stage you have maybe already seen, most of you. It's a standard ice palace, you can say it, but it changes everything if you with colors, with LED. So you start with an ice palace, but we can change it in whatever color, and also the atmosphere will be then different. But for the opening, yeah, you will see that it's with ice, everything is in the theme. Also the graphics, you will see that it's also with the theme, and also the interval act. We have came up with a theme song, Break the Ice, also released a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, Kim Liana is performing also on stage with this song, so that's an interval act, and for us, yeah, also a great moment to yeah, to let you show the team that we have. We have the children, or the participants, will be in an ice room, of course, with ice queens that will support them during the whole show, and they will be at a balcony in the venue, and so yeah, all the audience, you can see them very clear, and they are really they have the queen seats, let's say, and so everywhere you are in the venue as audience, you can watch them and they can watch the show also. They are the most important part of the show, of course. Yeah, more things about the theme. No, the dress of Kim Lian will also be in that theme. And yeah, we were very proud of the team. So I think we have came up with a lot of things that support this team, and I hope you will enjoy it, of course. And the most important thing is also the participants, of course, and it is fun to see that they come together here, and all the culture is very special, because we have already heard the songs, of course, and the last couple of weeks we were busy with how we're going to record it, or how to tell the story. And if you see here, they come together, and it's really great to see how the story they want to tell, and how we have to make it their way. And so you meet different cultures, and I think is also really special of this project. And yeah, this is the most important things about the show, I think. So if you have questions about the show, maybe it's well good to know later. No, okay, that's fine. So do you have questions about the show at this point?
Hello, I'm Louis Klom from 12points.tv. You just said there was going to be more storytelling going on this year. What is that going to be about?
Yeah. Yes, I will run through the running order. We start with the Eurovision tune, and then we have the storytelling you mentioned. It's about a 5 minutes clip, and what we want to tell there is, first we want to give some time for the anniversary. So we go back from 2003 until 2011 with you see all the different winners, but also the countries where we were where it's been held, and the presenters. So it's more we celebrate 10 years, and then we go backstage, because then we have 5 minutes for live. The atmosphere is like that. Okay, the audience is exciting. Backstage, the performers are really excited because they are going to perform. So are they nervous? What's going on behind? Put the microphones on it, and then in 5 minutes we count down. So 5 minutes before live, and then we see backstage the first contestants, and the commentators can at that point tell more about Belarus or the Netherlands or Belgium. So before we really start on stage, you see the contestants also already backstage, how they prepare. And that's why the commentators can there give more information about them. And that's what we mean by storytelling. That before you see them for the first time on stage, you have time as a presenter or as a commentary to tell more about them already, because you have already seen them preparing backstage or at the hotel or when they came at the opening party, kind of stuff. So that's what we do in the first 5-6 minutes. And we count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you start the leader, and then the opening is act on stage. That's how we're going to do that. And so that's hope you understand. Okay. Yeah, after the storytelling, we have the leader, we have the openings act on stage, and then the presenters will come up and tell something about the televoting, but also kids' rights. We will show a clip about that, and after that we go straight to the 12 countries to perform. We do a live greet behind the scenes, so there's Belarus, and then we have the postcards when we there's a clip about we want to give some attention for Amsterdam. We are in Amsterdam, so every postcard you will see some buildings of Amsterdam, and then a greet again from the contestants. After all the songs, we go to the voting period, and we have the recaps, and also in the voting period we have also time for the common song. It's a song that's especially composed for kids' rights. We Can Be Heroes, it's called, and all the participants will be on stage performing this song. And they, it's really great because they came here on Monday, and they had to sing in the studio on Tuesday. So we record their own voice. It's not that we have a song and they have to sing it. They are performing also on with their own voice. And so they will be on stage together with all the 55 participants. And it's some attention for kids' rights, but also to let people vote for also for kids' rights, and also of course for the winner. After the voting period, we need some time to collect all the votes, and in that period we will have 2 interval acts. First, we will see Ralf Mackenbach. Ralf has won the contest in 2009. He's Dutch, so we are very proud that we won once. So he will going to be on stage and perform with his new song. He's 4 years older now, and he's another artist. He was a child back then, and now you can see how he's grown up, and he's a big star in the Netherlands. So we want to let Europe see that. And the second interval act in that period, it will be Kim Liang performing with Break Your Eyes, and that will be a really spectacular interval. And then we go to the votes in the show. So we go to all the countries to see what they voted for, who is going to win, and then after that, you know how that goes, and the winner moments will be there, of course. And then when we end the show with a winning song, so that's a little bit about the running order.
Are there any other questions about the show? No? Are there any questions about kids' rights? Everything's clear? Okay, then I would like to...
One thing, I've told you something about the show, but I also want to tell you how we came up with this. Because a year ago in October, we did a bit at EBU, so AFRO wants to do the organization again, but there's less budget, and how can we do that? And then we did a bit that we were going to do a little show in the studio here in Hilversum or Amsterdam, with only 1,000 people of audience, with our national stage. But from that part on, we were dreaming, of course, how can we still make it bigger, but not as big as we used to in the last couple of years, because the budget is less, and for the future it's really important to be there, and if it's large or it's not really say that it's difficult to do the organization with less budget. So how can we make it?
You have to be very creative.
Yeah, you have to be very creative. So we came from a little studio with only 1,000 audience places, and now we are here, and that's yeah, we were very creative with the budget, and of course we had to sell tickets to create some new decoration and a good show. But I think with this ambience, you probably see that the venue is smaller than you used to. But still, I think if you watch the show, and our director is also very proud to have in this area to do it, because the other venues in the Netherlands, like here, there's a new concert hall, Ziggo Dome, and they have 11,000 places for audience. But for us it was too big. Our director said, no, it's too big, I want to do it smaller because I really think I can do here much better to let you see the atmosphere is really good. So I think we are there. If you will see the show later today, and you will see that still it's smaller, but still it doesn't really mean that the show is worse than you used to. And also we have came up with a little more MTV-like style of the audience. We don't have a lot of, we have some chairs of course for audience, but around the stage there will be no seated tickets. So people buy tickets to stand. And it is a little different than we used to all game, but it's more like a concert idea. And I think that's also a little bit different than the last few years. And yeah, I'm looking forward because I think the concert idea, the MTV-like style, yeah, you will see in the show later. And I hope this will be for the next couple of years that you can make and still worthful to make a beautiful show. So yeah.
That's a great bridge to what I have left to say.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
I think what Ronald just pointed out very much reflects the view of the EBU as well. As you all know, the Junior Eurovision Song Contest is being awarded by bid, not necessarily to the winning country, like in the adult Eurovision Song Contest. And with the economic crisis, broadcasters having to cut budgets, sometimes double-digit percentages, it becomes harder to find participating broadcasters. That's why we are here with only 12 broadcasters, and it's harder for us to find a host broadcaster. So we said we have to make this smaller, we have to make it easier for a host broadcaster to put together a professional show that meets all that meets the feeling, the ambience of a Eurovision show, but within the budget that is available. We cannot go to a host broadcaster and ask them to put up millions and millions for a one-off show anymore. So we said, let's make it smaller, still keep the same production level, but stay within the budget. And I think, knowing how well the Dutch are with money, I think we can carefully leave that to them. I think they have succeeded in that, and I hope that for the years to come, we will be able to have Junior Eurovision Song Contest within the budget. And as you probably know from May, from the Eurovision Song Contest, that is our aim there as well. There have been some questions about where are we going next year, which is a logical question. At this stage, we have no confirmed host broadcaster as of yet. We are in the same situation as we were in 2010, when on this day we didn't have a host broadcaster either. We are talking to more than one potential host broadcaster, and we are hoping to continue these talks in the weeks to come, and hopefully be able to confirm at the beginning of the new year where this contest will be going in 2013. There have also been questions about the number of participants. Everyone who can do a little math knows that you need 12 countries, because if you do the voting, you cannot vote for your own country, and if you give away those 12 points, you still want to wonder to which of the 2 countries left it will go. So you need 12 countries to do it in this way. Also financially, of course, with broadcasters paying a participation fee for this show, it is important that we have at least 12 broadcasters. We are, of course, negotiating. It's tough because economic circumstances in Europe are tough, but there is certainly interest, and we are proud of that. We are proud that there are actually a lot of broadcasters that say we would love to participate in this show, but we have to find the financial means to do so. And that is also a good reason to keep the production costs within reasonable limits. And hopefully next year we will be with more countries than today. I know that some of you also know that this will be my last Junior Eurovision Song Contest. I started with this job after 2010. I've been supervising on behalf of the EBU the Junior Eurovision Song Contest in Armenia last year, and now this 10th edition here in Amsterdam. And we decided to do that for a very simple reason. We want to be able to focus. As all of you know, I'm also an event supervisor at the Eurovision Song Contest. There's a lot of work to do. This will allow me to focus, and my colleague Vlad, who is here in the back, maybe you can wave, Vlad. He will take over as from next year. He's also supervising the Eurovision young musicians and young dancers, so he has experience with youth programs, and I think the Junior Eurovision Song Contest fits perfectly within that portfolio. I'm very proud that the 10th edition in my hometown Amsterdam is my last Junior Eurovision, and I'm looking forward to see hopefully all of you at the Eurovision Song Contest next year in Sweden.
Okay, thank you very much. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, sir.
Sietse,
Yes.
You said we want the same production level with less money. Is this junior festival a blueprint for the grown-up festival in Malmö and years to come?
Well, as you might remember from Baku when we had the EBU press conference, Jon Alessandro is actually here in the back as well. If you want to ask him more questions, you can do that right afterwards, I think. But what we said there as well is that for the Eurovision Song Blueprint, but I can definitely say that of course internally we're trying to learn from the different events. The Junior and the Eurovision Song Contest are just two of them, and we share that knowledge internally and try to optimize wherever we can.
Does that answer your questions, or? Okay.
More or less.
Thank you. Is there anything else you would like to ask? No? Does anybody else have a question for Sietse? Yes, sir.
David Mann from Eurovision Norwich. Can you just clarify the composition of the adult juries for Junior Eurovision? Are they all adult music professionals, and how many are on each jury?
There are 6 jury members in each of the 12 participating countries. They should be a diverse group in terms of age, in terms of gender, in terms of profession, but they should all be professionals from the music industry. And that can vary from a DJ to a composer, a professional singer, a music journalist. And we are, when we receive all the information about the judges, we critically look at the composition of each jury in each of the countries. As most of you know, the jury is also a backup for us should anything go wrong with the televoting. They represent the vote from that respective country. Does that answer your question?
It does, thanks.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
This follows on from the televoting, really. Am I correct in assuming, like adult Eurovision, there is a threshold that each country must get to in the televoting before that's valid?
Yes, that's correct.
In which case, could you tell us how many countries last year failed to meet that threshold?
No, I cannot. Obviously, the information about the information about the televoting threshold is confidential. We want to be as transparent as possible when it comes to the juries, when it comes to the televoting. But obviously, if people know where this threshold is not being met, where there are very few televotes, it would also make it easy for them to try and manipulate the televoting. And that is obviously something we would like to avoid at any cost.
Can you not get to the number of countries?
No, I cannot, sorry. Thank you. Yes, sir.
It's on the website of according to one source from Kazakhstan, according to its news, so from yesterday, European Broadcasting Union had plans to forbid the dress of Albanian participants as too much adults. Is it true, and can you make a comment?
Yes, I can. We have quite strict ethical guidelines, as you might know, at this contest. We're dealing with kids between 10 and 15, and we're here to make a show that is suitable to be aired on television in all participating countries. And when we have the rehearsals, we always look at the costumes together with the producers of the show, and we evaluate whether they meet those ethical standards, which is, of course, always a subjective decision, but someone has to make that decision, and that then ends up with me. In case of the Albanian dress, we decided it looked too mature. We had a good talk with the head of delegation, who in fact agreed with us, was very eager to work with us on a solution. Afro has offered their support as a host broadcaster with a stylist to see how they can solve that. And I think in the end everyone is satisfied with the way we handled that. It happened before. I can't remember when exactly that was, but obviously when it comes to the wardrobe, we have to be a little critical.
Yes, Ivan.
Ewan Spence, ESC Insight. Given that the jury final that we're going to see tonight, the dress rehearsal 2, is also used as the backup tape, and given situations we've seen in previous contests, has there been any guidance or in fact any rules given to the delegation so that there's a continuity of performance between the jury final and the live final, such as in dance moves, pyrotechnics or costumes?
Well, we have rules for that. Obviously the second dress rehearsal on the live show should be identical to the act as it was performed in the first dress rehearsal, which we have later this afternoon. All the delegations, all the kids on stage are very well aware of the fact that tonight is very important, both because of the jury's watching, as well as because it's a backup tape, which fortunately, knock on wood, we never had to use in the past, and I hope we can continue like that.
Just to confirm that, so there is a rule saying that they should be as identical as possible?
Obviously they should be as identical as possible, not just for continuity and to give the judges as well as the televoters the same performance to judge, but also for light, for camera, and for other aspects of the production, for which it's important that the act is simply the same.
Is that a new rule for this year, or was it in place last year?
We have that rule already for quite a while. I'm suspicious that you're referring to the Georgian costume change. We had a talk last year with the Georgian delegation about their costumes. They in the end didn't look good on screen. They didn't look good with the light. They asked for a change, a request which I approved for the very simple fact that it gives a better TV show, and it did.
Okay. Are there any other questions? Do you have any questions, gentlemen? Or want to say something? Want to add something?
It would be fun if we start asking real questions. It would be nice for a change.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go on.
I would like to tell you, of course, this afternoon at 3 o'clock, 3:30, we have the first dress rehearsal. It lasts until 5:30. It's 2 hours. You are welcome to join us in the studio, but after that we need to prepare the studio for the audience that's coming tonight for the second dress rehearsal. So after 5:30 we're going to have to ask everybody to leave the studio. You're welcome to sit over here or upstairs at the press conference, at the press center. And to all the accredited press, the photographers and the professional photographers and the camera crew, I would like to tell you that you are welcome to come on stage after the live show on Saturday. Between 10 o'clock and 10:15, we're going to well, let me say that a quarter to 10, we're going to collect all camera people upstairs. We're going to go downstairs, and we will guide you to the sides of the studio, to the sides of the stage, so you can So when the song is going to be sung, the winning song is going to be sung, you get the chance right when we say goodbye to the people at home. You're going to have the chance to get your camera moment. For the interviewers, I would like to say that please, you're going to get enough time at 11 o'clock here at the second press conference to ask your questions, because otherwise on stage it's just going to be too many people. Does anybody have a question about this? No? So tomorrow evening I would like to collect us 9:45. And that was it. I would like to thank you to join us here today, and I would like to thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you very much.